Welcome to Slashbyte. Today we are going to see about operating system question and answers from chapter 1 to 5. Question number 1. So which of the following is the primary objective of an operating system? What is the primary objective of the operating system? Kindly go through the options. The correct answer is it acts as an interface between user and the hardware. CPU won't increase the processor speed, so application software is developed by programmers. BIOS is used to start the system. OS loads afterwards only, so this won't become an option. To manage only storage devices. OS manages all resources, not just storage. Question number 2. Which operating system component is responsible for handling a system call? To handling system call. So go through the option: shell, compiler, kernel, loader, linker. The answer is option C, kernel. So kernel handles the system call. So shell used to provide the user interface. Compiler converts the source code into a machine code. Kernel acts for system call. Loader loads the program into the memory. Linker creates the executable file. Question number 3. Which CPU register stores the address of the next instruction to be executed? MAR, program counter, instruction register, accumulator, stack pointer. The answer is program counter. In program counter only the next instruction address has been stored. In MAR, what we have read, MAR, it stores the memory address being accessed. Program counter, next instruction to be executed. Instruction register, it stores the current instruction. Accumulator stores ALU operation results. So SP points the top of the stack. Question number 4. Which memory management technique divides logical memory into fixed pages? Here you have to see fixed pages. What will be the option? Segmentation, paging, dynamic partitioning, swapping, overlay. The correct option is answer is paging. So in paging uses fixed size pages. Segmentation uses logical division. Paging fixed pages. Dynamic partitioning uses variable size blocks. Swapping moves processes between RAM and the disk. Overlay loads only required program modules. Question number 5. User mode primarily prevents a program from. So user modes, what is going to? It prevents program from executing from privileged instruction. Question number 6. Which of the following is one of the primary goal of an operating system? What is the goal of an operating system? Resource sharing, increased hardware cost, reducing RAM capacity, eliminating application software, disabling multitasking. The option will be resource sharing. OS allows multiple users and programs to share the resources efficiently. It's a one main primary goal of the operating system is resource sharing only. Next question. Which type of kernel keeps most operating system services in kernel itself? We have read about 3 types of operating system: microkernel, hybrid and monolithical. The answer will be monolithic kernel. So in monolithic kernel it keeps most of the services inside the kernel itself. Microkernel keeps only the essential services in the kernel. In hybrid it's a combination of both monolithic and microkernel. This we have already read. Question number 8. Which CPU component perform arithmetic and logical operation? So it should be easy question for you, all of you guys. Arithmetic and logical unit. Control unit is used to control instruction execution of the instruction. Cache memory stores frequently used data. So register file is used to store CPU registers. System bus transfers data between different components. Now we will move to question number 9. External fragmentation is commonly associated with, options are paging, contiguous memory allocation, virtual memory, cache memory, registers. The answer is contiguous allocation. Because external fragmentation usually arises in contiguous memory allocation type. So in paging it removes external fragmentation, right? Virtual memory is an extended logical memory. Cache improves CPU performance. So register is a small CPU storage location which is available in the CPU. Question number 10. Which event transfers execution from user mode to kernel mode? This also we have read it. Execution from user mode to kernel mode. The answer will be interrupt. Interrupt or system call. During interrupt or system call, so it switched from user mode to kernel mode. Context switching means changing the running process. Compilation converts source code to machine code. In process scheduling, what happens? It schedules the next process which is going to run. Cache miss is only affects memory access speed. Actually, when in cache the data is not found, then cache miss event will occur. We will move to question number 11. Which operating system component provides the command line interface to the users? Scheduler, shell, kernel, file system, device driver. Which one will be the answer? The answer is option B, shell. Shell provides the command line interface. The command prompt which we are running now, this is also a type of a shell command only. Scheduler allocates CPU to processes. Kernel manages the hardware resources. File system organizes your files and folders. Device driver controls the hardware devices. Question number 12. Which CPU register stores the instruction currently being executed? So this I already explained before in another question. The answer will be instruction register. Now question number 13. Which memory allocation technique reflects the logical structure of a program? Paging, continuous allocation, segmentation, virtual memory, swapping. Which memory allocation technique reflects the logical structure of a program? That is segmentation. In segmentation, it divides a program into a logical units. In paging, what happened? Paging divides memory into a fixed size of pages. In contiguous allocation, stores a process in a one continuous block. Segmentation divides program into a logical unit. Virtual memory is a extended logical memory used in disk. Swapping is moving a process between RAM and the disk. This is called swapping. Now we will go for question number 14. Which kernel architecture keeps only essential services inside the kernel? We already discussed earlier also. So you guys will be knowing microkernel. Question number 15. Which memory is volatile in nature? ROM, SSD, RAM, HDD, DVD. Answer is RAM. RAM is a volatile memory. ROM is a non-volatile memory. SSD also non-volatile secondary storage. HDD stores data permanently. DVD is a optical storage. Question number 16. Which operating system function decides which process gets CPU time next? File management, management, CPU scheduling, memory allocation, security management. Here which process gets CPU time next? Here the concept is scheduling. CPU scheduling, select the next process of execution. Now we will see file management organizes your files and directories. Device management controls input output of your devices. Memory allocation manages the RAM. Security management that protects your system resources. Question number 17. In indirect addressing mode, the effective address of the operand is stored in. Where will be the stored? Actually, the effective address of the operand is stored in the instruction itself, CPU register only, another memory location, cache, secondary storage. The effective address will be stored in another memory location. In immediate addressing, it stores the operand in instruction itself. In immediate addressing, this is indirect addressing. Register addressing stores the operand in a register. Cache, you everyone know, secondary memory also. Secondary is used for permanent data storage. Cache is used for a speed. Question number 18. Which of the following is an advantage of paging? This everyone should give the correct answer. Eliminates the external fragmentation. Question number 19. Which processor mode has unrestricted access to the hardware? Unrestricted access, it will be kernel mode. Here don't confuse with supervisor mode, it will be in a kernel mode only. User mode or kernel mode. Question number 20. Which statement best describes the kernel? It is an application software. It is the graphical user interface of the operating system. It is the core component that manages hardware and system resources. It is a programming language. It is used for file management. The answer is kernel is the core of the operating system and manages CPU, memory, device and processes. So we have come to the end of our session. Thank you everyone. We will see you in the next session.